Hey, good evening, everyone. This is Michelle Ship here. I'm the business page owner of WHAM Solutions with Michelle Ship, or better known as Work at Home Mom Solutions with Michelle Ship. Thanks so much for joining me this evening. Got some good stuff I wanted to share with you guys tonight. So today we're going to focus on tips on creating your own personal brand. Now, why is creating your personal brand very important? Well, when you're creating your personal brand, that helps you differentiate yourself from the marketplace. I mean, after all, if you're in network marketing or any type of home business, there's lots of competition out there and other people who are actually doing very similar things to what you're doing. So you need to think about this deeply and think about, now, why would somebody actually want to work with you? Or why would somebody actually want to enroll and join you? And what I've learned through getting mentored and people that I follow is that people, like your customers, people join people. People don't actually join your business or your product or service. They join you because of you. So you need to think about differentiating yourself and becoming authentic, and learning more about bringing out the best out of yourself so people can see, oh, this person's different, so I want to enroll with that person. People join you because they feel when they join you that they're going to learn something and acquire something out of you and gain some value for what they're looking for, what their goals are. So the people join you because of you, not because of your service, your product, or your opportunity. So keep that in mind when you're creating your own personal brand. Now, so today what we're going to talk about is some tips to help you with creating your personal brand. If you're joining us live or even seeing the replay, go ahead and comment below where you're viewing from. I would love to see that there. Just drop it in the box below, and feel free to share, like, love the video as well as we go through. Okay, so some tips to help you with creating your own personal brand. Now, the first thing that you need to do is determine your area of expertise and define your audience. So you need to think about your audience, be laser focused and zero in on your audience. Who is it that you're trying to target? What is your niche? Think about it, whether it be maybe in, in network marketing, it might be a particular industry in network marketing, whether it's maybe the beauty industry, maybe it's health and wellness, whatever it is, you need to zero in exactly who is it that's your audience, okay? And think about what are some of their needs. What is your audience struggling with? Think about some of the problems that's common in your niche market. Think about what they need to know, what type of education they need. Think about all these things that they're thinking about. That way, when you're reaching out to them, you're speaking to them and what they're looking for. So think about your niche and create content and speak to your audience when you're doing all of your marketing. Now, also when you're branding yourself, you need to think about you. Who are you as a person? Think about your personality, whether it maybe you might be very humorous, or maybe you're more no nonsense, you just right to the point and direct. And you need to think about how you're going to portray yourself on, for instance, if you're working on social media, how you're going to present yourself to others, and how that's going to communicate and come through all of the content that you put out there, whether it be with videos, whether it be with just pictures and inspiration, with articles, education, all of that. Think about your personal brand. Think about you. Be authentic and share that through what the content that you're sharing with your audience. That creates your personal brand. And then also, when you're thinking about your personal brand and the content that you're putting out there, keep in mind that it's okay if not everybody is going to like you and follow you. Because there's a quote that I learned that says, you have to repel in order to attract, to build a personal and powerful brand. So everything that you say and everything you do may not be for everyone, and that's okay. So what you need to do is just focus on you and your tribe, because there are going to be some folks that resonate with you. They see where you're coming from. They understand some of the things that you're learning, and they see where you're going with your career. So just narrow in and zoom in on those folks, and just kind of just put aside the ones that are not going to be in your tribe, because there are always going to be some that's maybe just not on the same page with you, and that's okay. Now, the second thing that you need to do when you're creating your own personal brand, you definitely need to start creating content and building your brand from there. Now, as you do that, people are going to start to see you as an expert and also as a leader and an authority figure in your niche, especially if you're in network marketing. And over time, they'll see you as growing, and then they'll learn to trust you and maybe want to join you in the future. So keep in mind, when you're creating content, it needs to be exactly on what they're looking for, that audience. And after you share a little bit more about yourself, they begin to like you more, they begin to know you more, and they begin to ultimately trust you more. And that could be maybe with them actually joining you in the future, whether it be joining as a business partner if you're in network marketing, or obtaining your service or your product that you're offering. So keep that in mind. And what you can start doing to create content, you can start delivering like generic training. And the generic training can be either content that you're putting out there, either if you have a blog, or if you have like articles that you're writing, or if there's just like some quotes and pictures and graphics, things relevant to your niche. And what happens when you do that consistently, that's going to help catapult your business and your brand even forward, so people can really see who you are. And then over time, you'll start gaining more likes, comments, followers, and engagement. And that engagement is ultimately potential, business partners or potential leads that could be joining you at some point in the time. So keep that in mind when you're creating content, that just keeping it generic is the best. And that way you're helping everyone, because not everybody's going to want to be knowing just about you and your opportunity. That's actually going to repel a lot more people. So make it general and broad so that it can be appealing and helpful for all. Okay, and then also when you're creating content, make sure the content is purposeful and make sure it's consistent with your brand, and stay away from things that is more controversial. We all know what's controversial, like politics and things like that, just because everybody has differentiating opinions about that. So just, keep that away from your personal brand. It's good to have beliefs and things like that, but it's not something that needs to be out there in public. Now, another thing that you can do when you're creating content is you can start doing this thing that I learned, which is basically called ILT, which means invest, learn, and teach. And if you follow this correctly, you'll never have a shortage of content that can be shared with your audience. And how you create ILT, invest, learn, teach, is basically through continuously growing and learning more in your niche. And as an entrepreneur, as a business professional, all of us should be on top of our game, playing big, and always constantly attending conference calls, webinars, additional education, all types of professional development, reading books, personal development, listening to podcasts, all types of things to feed our minds so that we can stay strong and grow and invest that knowledge into ourselves so that we can share it with others. And another way that you can actually start using content is through videos. And that's something I started doing recently. Videos is great. Facebook Live is hot, so we should all definitely be on it. And what I've learned is through videos, you can be on a deeper personal level with your audience. They can see who you are. They can make a connection and relate with you. You definitely gain more followers that way, more visibility, because Facebook is pushing those videos out a lot more than standard text, graphics, and things like that. And so when you do videos and then you use ILT, when you invest, learn, teach, you're just basically learning information, taking notes. That's exactly what I do. And then delivering it in your own words, in your own lens, in your own views. And people ultimately will love that. It's like basically you going to take a class, taking all the notes, packaging it up nicely, taking notes, and then sharing it with the public, because not a lot of people like to do that. Some people are just lazy and they just don't go and invest into themselves and and educate themselves. So they like when somebody's delivering to them, and what's even better, if you're delivering to them via video, that's great. So they're getting the knowledge from you, and they like your delivery, and they're ultimately liking you and trusting you as well. And so basically you're just paying it forward, and that's what we do, especially in network marketing, is just pay it forward back to our teams, back to just, you know, everyone in our niche, so that we all can kind of be on the same page and grow at the same time. And when you're creating content, definitely make the content when you're basically creating curiosity. You don't want to throw everything out there. So create curiosity with all of your, whether if you're promoting some type of product or service or something like that, create curiosity where you're not giving away all the beans at one time. Whether it be with weight loss or with a certain product, you know, a certain drink or a service, you know, give it away a little by little. And also, if you're promoting more of like a home business opportunity or working from home, you can definitely promote more of the lifestyle that you have, maybe the freedom that you have with your family, or the freedom to do things as you wish without answering to a boss and things like that. So just promote that, and then people will see exactly, wow, this person actually, you know, is with this opportunity they're doing with a home business, they're allowed to do X, Y, and Z. Or with this product, this person's able to have better skin, or, you know, lose a certain amount of weight in a certain amount of time, or, you know, have better, you know, healthier eating, or whatever the case may be, regardless of what you're promoting. Just create curiosity, just give little bits and pieces of what is it you're offering. And then you can even bring those leads back, either by directing them to elsewhere. Maybe it's an email list, direct them to a website, a blog, a group, or something like that for more information. Okay, so the third thing that you can do with creating your own personal brand is definitely create a nice professional picture of yourself. A picture, I know a lot of people, when they're getting started, especially a home business or network marketing, they're all about promoting their service or product, and they have it all splattered all over their page, and even their picture is even the company logo, you know, and that's awesome. However, when you're creating your own personal brand, we should definitely be looking more as branding ourselves as the expert in that industry, maybe whether it's health and wellness or in beauty or whatever the case may be. So putting your own face is actually the best. I mean, some people, they want to put even their animals and their pets. We love them, but people want to know who they're connecting with, who they're going to be doing business with. So why not get a nice professional picture of ourselves and put it on like our Facebook business page, or put it on our Instagram page or Twitter or LinkedIn. You know, we should put that there. And when you have that professional picture, it should be of you, something that's very professional, not something that has like lots of stuff in the back, I'm sure you can imagine. And then make that one picture your consistent picture across all platforms. You know, so if you're on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, keep that picture consistent so people can find you and they see, oh, that's Michelle Shipp here on Facebook, and this is her also on Instagram. You can follow that way. And also, when you're creating your own personal brand, you may want to create a blog for yourself, such as creating yourname.com, or creating a special website just for yourself. And then also maybe creating a logo or some type of writing that you have on all of your pictures. Just being consistent so people can recognize you as you, and they know that's you because you're branding yourself. So that's my 3 tips to helping you create your own personal brand. Number 1, determine your area of expertise and define your audience. Number 2, start creating content today. And number 3, be consistent by creating a professional picture and images across all social media to brand you as the expert in your field. Hopefully this was helpful for you with creating your own personal brand. If it is, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and share the video, like it, and comment yes below that you did get some value from this video. I appreciate you guys joining me this evening, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care now, guys. Bye-bye.